Bunch is a team success platform for scaling culture and hiring people that fit your team. From what I took from your website, I think this is a good recommendation. And you guys are on a mission to enable companies make bigger impacts through stronger culture and better teamwork. So a lot of good buzzwords, so let's see what it does. They, as a co-founder and CEO of Bunch, you describe yourself, and I really like this, as an organizational psychologist by training, a researcher by intellect, and entrepreneur by heart, passionate about enabling better collaboration and building cultures that drive growth. So let's see what you can tell us more in your presentation.
Thanks. Thank you, Hans, for making such a great preparation for my presentation now. Because basically, what Hans' company does for hard skills, we do for those softy, feely kind of topics in organizations that play just as big a role as the expertise. So my name is Darja. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Bunch, a team success platform. So because we're a team success platform, obviously we are very passionate about teams. All we think all day long is teams. How are they becoming successful? What makes a difference between a good and a bad team? And if we think about it, it's not only important to us in organizations, collaboration, human collaboration goes way back to Stone Age and below. All human progress has been made in collaboration with each other. So that is how important this topic actually really is. We've made some progress, we got some new tools, and now it looks more like this. So this is a Stanford team, actually. One of the shots of our collaboration partner, we partnered with Stanford for the actual scientific background. And when teams make magic happen, then it looks like this, right? So teamwork not only matters in an organization, it matters all over the place, from bands to actual soccer players to other sports teams. When we look at startups, and we are here at an HR tech meetup, right? So who of you works in a startup? Perfect. When we make magic happen in startups, it looks like this. And we stay there put and ask ourselves, how the hell do those teams do this? And why are they different, right? Because when we try to actually set up teams, it looks something like this. Or maybe if we try really hard and we do like, rocket internet style kind of pressure on teams, then it might look like something that comes in the next slide, and I'm too fast in speaking, like this. So it's either very hectic or very slow, and we can't seem to get it right. So the statistics, unfortunately, it's a very dramatic love story between people and startups. Don't speak for us, because we actually still fail more often. So kind of back to the Stone Age, right? Because 9 out of 10, really, that's the success rate. So many of you think you're gonna make it. I do too. The problem is 7 out of 10 of those, 7 out of 9, those that fail actually fail to team issues. So people don't leave companies because they don't have the right expertise. They learn it. They leave companies because they can't stand the people they work with. But there is hope, right? There's always hope. And the hope comes in data and science. We are actually not in the Stone Age anymore. We actually know so much stuff about how collaboration works and how successful teams differ from less successful teams. And there is Google and Atlassian and all other people that do research on that. And if you put team performance in Google Scholar, you get exactly 4.3 million hits. Good luck going through that. So I did actually some of that in my research, and then after, because someone gotta do it, and if you guys do it, you're gonna look like this, so we can't let that happen. So you get the gist. Actually, scientific insights are very valuable when we speak about human collaboration, and there's a lot of stuff hidden in arc science. And our buddies from Stanford actually have a pretty good clue about what makes good teams and what doesn't. And so we decided, why not build it into a platform that actually helps every team to be at their best. We got some recognition from our friends from TechCrunch, and how did we start to do this? Well, I'm a psychologist, right? So I always start with online assessment, and even our advisor, Michal Kosinski, says it's still the best way to actually create a baseline, because that's the most reliable way to collect data. So it's a very easy assessment, 30 questions that gets us to this. And this is the core of the basis, so it's not touchy-feely at all. It actually based down to 6 empirical dimensions that have been validated over and over again by our friends at Stanford with high-tech companies. Some of those might sound familiar, but it's still very sciencey. So we're gonna boil it down for you. We actually, when we look at the cultural baseline of your teams, we look at what is this team potentially good at and what struggles do they have. Why is that important? Because first, you can see how you can help that team better develop, but second, you actually can help them to hire the people that they actually need. So before you even speak to that candidate, you can see how he contributes positively to a team and which struggles he can have. That's not only good for the team, but also good for the candidate. But we don't stop right there. This is a very exclusive sneak peek. So we also help you to actually set cultural targets. So we're not gonna only measure what's there right now. We're gonna help you to develop the team to a stage where it can be crushing all benchmarks that you're setting that team. And we continue because we have, those who know us as 12 Grapes in the past know that we are all very machine learningly. So we actually started building automated data collection finally based on Slack and Trello data into it. So we can actually not only figure out what makes really great teams based on assessments and stuff, but you finally can get to the point where you can actually automatically predict what makes a great team and what doesn't. And you can use it for your team so you can be as happy as the bunch team, of course. Thank you so much. Yeah, I wasn't as serious as my colleague, so I hope you enjoyed it.
Great, thank you, Darja. Thanks a lot.